What's good? This is Iya Daniyah. If you're catching this today, I recorded. Happy Friday. Weekend's coming. Otherwise, good day, good evening, good morning, whenever you are catching this. This is another message for the collective. And this is timeless. So whenever you get this, you are meant to hear it. And 1 second. Okay, so yes, collective message. I had gotten out of the habit of doing them, and I'm making space to do them more often. So yeah, let me make sure I'm all nice and clean. So, ain't nobody dope as me. I read so fresh, so clean. So my intention is for whatever I need to give to the collective for their highest and greatest good in this moment. And today I am using my Orisha Tarot deck. This is not an EFA reading. I just felt called to use that deck. Using the deck for today. If need be, I will refer the book itself. I like it because it actually has pata keys in there. So if I need to, I'll refer to that, but we're just going to see what happens. So we're going to do an energy, inspired action, energy, and then an inspired action. Ooh, okay. And then potential outcome. Yee, okay. Can I get a clarifier for this one? This is the second time that the temperatures come out. Wow. Okay. All righty. So these came out real fast. So for the energy for the collective, this is a collective energy. And given that Mars is in retrograde, which is a card of I am, it's the card of your will, your force, your drive, passion, makes sense that we have, there we go. This is a Knight of Wands in reverse. It is in reverse. So that means the Knight of Wands is like fast moving action. Like, I don't know what to do, and I won't. And this is an energy of I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not sure which action to take. I'm not sure which way to go. My energy feels a little wonky, all over the place. And I really need to figure out what it is that I want to do. Peace and clarity. That's what the ask is for. And it's interesting that we have the Five of Swords here. And which is being clarified by Temperance. So this Five of Swords, typically the Five of Swords is like about backbiting. But with this being an inspired action, like this is divine guidance on what step you should take, there's a feeling of mental harmony. There's a radical shift in your mindset. What am I focused on? What am I thinking about that's draining my energy? What am I putting my time into that is draining my energy? And you all need to take a moment and stop and rest. Sit for a moment and really focus on where should my energy be focused. A change is coming whether you like it or not. It's going to uproot the old you so that the new you can be firmly planted. Harmony and balance between your physical and spiritual self. Divine alignment. And what's cool, excuse my text message tone, this is Iya, the mother of 9 with the rainbow around her waist. And on this card, it's about her obtaining the power that complements Shango. And what's wild is the potential outcome. This is the card. This card represents Shango. So to have them side by side, the feminine and the masculine aspect of the storm, flanked by temperance. So this is the seen and the unseen, the physical and the spiritual, the physical masculine and the spiritual feminine needing to be in alignment and balance. So again, when you talk about energy and passion, this passion to think about in your connections and how you deal with each other, there needs to be a balance in that as well, balancing your feminine and masculine energy. And knowing that you share power. Oh, this is taking a turn. This is about this, like figuring out how to share that power, whether that power is within yourself, in your own mindset, that paradigm shift in how you think about how you wield your own personal power, how you wield your feminine and masculine energy, and also the dichotomy and the relationships that you have within each other in your partnerships and your friendships and your circle and your family, and how you are balancing the ebbs and flows of who needs to act and who needs to be receptive, who needs to move forward and who needs to be still, who needs to expand and who needs to contract. That energy needs to be balanced within you and thus being balanced in all of your connections. As you balance that energy, you mean this move of peace and bliss. That is where the sweet spot is in the middle. And then as you are doing certain things, you just, okay, this is what you're doing. Like a weeble wobble. Like a weeble wobble. Wobble, but they don't fall down. They just doop, 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 doop. And as you're doing these things, your energy will then right itself. Then you can move forward, move quickly, but sometimes understanding that you're not supposed to move quickly. Sometimes that manifestation requires action, and sometimes that manifestation requires you to move out the way. Sometimes that thing that you're praying for, and you keep, I'm doing this, that, and the other thing, and sometimes you're like, I just need you to move. I just need you to move. Like, yeah, just move. Just go sit down somewhere. Go sit down. Go sit down somewhere because I'm going to give this to you. It's already yours. There's nothing that you need to do. The blessing is already yours. I just need you to move out my way and let me bring you your blessing. Move out the way. I hear ludicrous. Like, move out the way. This isn't about, it's an internal conflict. This isn't a conflict with someone. This is quelling the storm here, claiming your power from the noise, reaching through the noise and claiming your power so that the noise calms. It's about not being swept up on the edge of the storm, being present in the center as you're shifting and changing and moving things. It is about that stillness and quiet. Some of you feel like you absolutely have to hustle. Like, I have to lose sleep. It's the only way I'm going to get my blessings. I lose sleep. And understanding that your divine creator in almost every theological, religious, whatever you want to call it, spiritual mindset, the divine source did one of two or both things: rested and delegated. I am the source of all things. I can do all of this by myself, but I'm not. I can do all things, but I'm not. Even your divine creator works smart and not hard. Why do you feel like you need to work hard when the source of all things isn't working hard? The source of all that we know exists and don't even realize exists don't work hard. In the Abrahamic faith, in every version of that creation story, okay, I'm gonna create these angels to handle this, and y'all gonna handle that. And oh yeah, I've done all this stuff, and I'm gonna chill today. I ain't doing nothing. Nothing. I'm good. I'm chill. I'm going to revel in all the things. And every time your creator did something, what did they do? What did the Most High say? It was good. I celebrate. Oh, this is dope. I took this one step and it's already dope. I did this one thing and it's already good. I didn't have to see the finished product. This wasn't at the very end when everything was created. Every time the Most High created something, I created a bird and it is good. I created the sun and it is good. I created the moon and it is good. Everything, every step, everything along the way was celebrated. Gratitude and rejoicing were present all along the way of the journey. Please disregard my, because I'm just like, they are flapping today like bird wings. If you know, you know. They flapping like bird wings. That hustle and understanding this is not a judgment or a criticism, but not everyone is meant to live that lifestyle. That's not for everybody. And so you have to discern which life your soul came here to live. Is this the lifetime where your soul said, I gotta hustle, I gotta burn the midnight oil, I gotta stay up until the wee hours of the morning, sleep 2 hours, and get back up and do it again because that's the only way I'm gonna see my prosperity? Or is your soul on a path of ease, rest, relaxation, Empress energy? And fellas that listen to me, don't take Empress so personal. Empress is an archetype. It's the energy of abundance. Do you want to be abundant, fellas? Is that what you want? Do you want to be abundant? Do you want to be a baller, shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impala? That's Empress energy that will get you there. Attracting that which you desire. Standing and still in the knowing that what you desire desires you, that you are already abundant. Abundant is in a state of existing, it is a state of mind. It is an energetic force that pulls into it like gravity. Like, okay, I'm pulling all these things, because all of these things define abundance. And make sure you're like specific. I need to bless. Abundance simply means a lot. So I need a lot of blessings. I don't need a lot of abundance, period. I want blessed abundance. Healthy love and joy and laughter and peace and bliss and security and safety. That good health. Be specific. Words. But as you move through this energy, and you take the inspired action to shift your mindset, to quiet down the naysayers and the negative Nancy's, both around you and within you, and center within yourself and make sure your head and your heart and your mind and your body, spirit are all in alignment. New energy comes. New energies and understanding there is more than one way to do things. This is why Shango has a double-sided weapon, because there's always more than one way to cut that tree down. There's always more than one way. You can do it this way, you can do it that way. Which way is in alignment with your lightest self? And when I say light, think about weight, not pounds, but no, think about light, that, your lightest self, your least corporeal self. Which way leads you that way? So you can just be like, oh, I'm just floating around, existing and being and feeling all good and free and goody. That is what you're moving to as you move and take your inspired action. Let's see what the angels and ancestors have. Oh, for the record, pay attention because I got the Ace of Swords on the back of the deck, which is new communication. So this could be somebody coming in, bringing you new communication, but with the High Priestess card underneath this, I think this is downloads. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities, get you someone to help you if you don't really understand what signs and synchronicity mean. This is like what you call coincidences. Pay attention to coincidences. There is no, that it didn't just happen. God's not just sitting around like, oh, this will be cool, I'll do that. Because that's what a coincidence is. A coincidence is like, yo, this thing happened and this thing happened, but it don't mean anything, which means since God makes everything happen, God just thought that it was going to be cool and decided to do it. Now, that might be the case with the platypus. I'm just saying, the platypus might have just been a really funny thing. Like, I'm going to make a duck puppy and this is going to be really hilarious. That might have been that. Firefly, you know, some of these things might actually be that. But when you're sitting and you're like, I was just talking about this thing, and now I see this thing that is very much similar to the thing that I was talking about, that is a synchronicity. That is a divine sign. Pay attention. You stubbing your toe is because, you know, that's what we do as humans, we stub our toes. But then again, if you stub your toe and it forces you to look at something that you wouldn't have been able to see if you didn't stub your toe, that is a synchronicity. I don't know. Somebody watch this. I'm sorry if you stub your toe. I'm sorry. I'm not calling it to you. Nobody needs to stub their toe. No one stubs their toe. Sorry. Sorry. This is a bad example. Bad example. Bad. Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna get two more before I get yourself here. Which one? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So, three pieces of advice from the angels and ancestors. So we have Earth Guardians, stay rooted and grounded. And when I was looking at this and looking at Mama Oya, I thought about an oak tree. I thought about an oak tree because it says stay rooted and grounded. And the analogy I said about being in the center of the storm, and the thing about oak trees and why they're revered and they're so holy is because how strong they are. Because of how strong they are, like you could see an oak tree that's been partially uprooted, but as long as there's still some roots tucked down there in that ground, it's going to continue to grow. It's going to continue to live. And that strength, that core, that center of your being, understand that you are both holy, divine aspect in totality of source in human form. In totality, not a piece of the source. You are the source in human form. You are, 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 I am. We are source in human form. Each of us expressing the energy of the Most High in various infinite ways. It is a tapestry of divine creator energy. And as much as you are that, you are also divinely human and being able to stay rooted and grounded and planted in that knowing. So that the energy from Mama Earth and the Most High is just flowing, flowing through you because you're an open channel. Ooh. Rooted and grounded in both. It says, wise one, grow within your current situation. So some of you, like this is significant for me because of the reason why I ended up doing this. And we have two cards with wings on them. So pay attention to winged animals in your purview. And again, this is being open to the vastness in the way this can show up. You could run across somebody and they have an earring that has feathers on it. You can run across somebody that has a bird on their shirt. So you don't necessarily have to see a physical flying around corporeal bird in order for that bird symbolism to show up in your life. So pay attention to that. Looking at and pay the waning moon may be really significant because the moon, I never really pay attention to the moon phase on this card, but this moon, the current moon phase that we are in may be really significant to y'all. Pay attention to what you are releasing. Look at your current situation. The full moon is like these things came to harvest, and now what you're doing is you're taking inventory. This is a time where you're taking inventory because when the new moon comes, the new moon is saying, okay, we about to do something new. What is it? And is there room for it? Did you make room for me? This new thing wants to come. Did you make room for me? You have to make room for it. That means you need to look at your current situation, look at your life, taking inventory. That's what Mars retrograde and all retrogrades are asking is for you to take inventory, rethink, redo, reflect, refocus, revisit. You're taking inventory to decide what needs to go into the receptacle and what needs to continue on the journey with you. And it says, summer, bask in joy in life. So this could easily mean that summertime is going to be significant. The moon moving back into the summer sign. So Cancer, Leo, late Gemini, moon phase, Cancer, Leo, the next time it moves back around could be significant. This could mean that summertime with seeds and things that you're planting now are going to come to harvest in the summer. But it says bask in joy and light. And that's really the point. That's really the point, is to live in such a way that you are like your passions are meant to bring you prosperity. It doesn't mean that it's simply that's what you do and that's your career, but your passion will lead you to your prosperity. It will always lead you to your abundance if you simply honor it, because when you're walking and living and following your passion, that is your purpose. That is your destiny, to do the things that fills your soul up. Your passion is something that nourishes and fills your soul. And that can change over time because you are ever growing, ever evolving, not staying stagnant. And yeah, moon phases, pay attention. I'm gonna give you a couple of self-care cards. And it's 5:55 on the clock. Shut up. That's 2 readings and 2 angel numbers back to the Leo. Let me go out and move some. Let me follow this advice. Let me move something. Okay, so back of the deck, we have meditate, grounding, centering. Yep. We have abundance planning. So this could be working on your budget. This could be, I did an exercise because I said, what would it be like to have $1 million business? What does it feel like? What does that experience mean to me? What am I doing? How am I moving? How am I living when I have $1 million business? It could be that. So whatever abundance planning looks like to you, do that. That's self-care. Spending time with friends, spending time with your community. Again, we have the moon's phases called out here. So some of you may be Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, or Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, because the moon is exalted in Taurus. So there are just some, and I dare say Sun, Moon, Rising in Venus or midheaven. There we go. And then we have dance. So some of y'all may be on the move some. I know it's cold out, but that doesn't stop everybody from going out. So some of y'all may be going out with friends and you're gonna go move something, or you're inviting friends to your place. Some of you may be doing Friendsgiving and y'all are hanging out together. When y'all like having an abundance planning party, having an abundance planning party will be a really dope way to do all of this together. Imagine all of y'all sitting there in the collective and say, okay, we're all going to be millionaires. We're all creating generational wealth. And this is what this experience feels like to me. Doesn't this feel like, oh my God, girl, I can see you doing that. And yeah, bruh, the car, like the shoes on all of these things, doing this in a collective. There's something about doing it in community doing it with other people. That's why covens and churches and things like that are a thing, because it is the energy, it's Jupiter. It's embodying Jupiter. It is expansive energy when we're all on the same accord, when we're all on one page. When you do like love magic is what I'll say right now. When you do that and you and your partner are on the same page of what y'all are trying to manifest for your life, that home, that car, that children, that prosperity that you want in your home, and you're doing it in that moment, that is powerful. So this easily could be you calling your tribe together and you saying, you know what do we want to see our life look like? And let's bring that in. And having discernment to know who needs to be a part of that, who isn't. You may realize, like, I don't feel comfortable inviting so and so. Then don't. Then don't. You decide, like, oh, that sounds like a really dope idea. I want it. No, I don't. Then don't. Don't question it. Don't ask no questions. Pay attention to your intuition. Listen to your gut and trust your discernment. Don't. Because that means they're not going to, regardless of what their mouth is saying, their energy is not bringing what you need to encourage the fulfillment of the prosperity that you and anybody else that you're trying to have share space with you is bringing. Just, there's a lot of people where right now relationships are being called to task. So just pay attention to that. Well, I hope that y'all like this reading. Like I said, this is timeless, so this is not for any specific time frame. I know I mentioned Mars retrograde, but that is going on now. So for those of you, I mean, and it's going to be in retrograde through January. So like real talk, it's significant, and it bears mentioning that this is going on. And you may end up listening to this and like look at the date and look back and you're like, oh, yo, you're welcome. But if you like this, please make sure you give it a like. If you're new to my channel, I hope that you'll consider subscribing. I love doing topics on things spirituality, like numerology, tarot, divination, what God means to me, and all of these great things. Check out my mailing list. Because I like to share. It's Black Fridays coming up, so I have some specials coming up. I have a small business Saturday special coming up. I have all these events, and I don't spam. Like, if I don't need to send y'all an email, I'm just not. So make sure that y'all check my mailing list out. I do have a couple of events coming. I have a wellness weekend for women coming, womb holders, and then I have a December. I have before the vision. So before you start working on your vision board, who are you? See, you could easily go, oh, I want the new house, new car, blah, blah, blah. But what is your soul wanting in 2023? And how do you align to that? And this is where understanding what your actual core personal values are as a person, as an individual, as a soul, and what your current, because your mission will evolve, mission is in your life at this moment. When you know that what your mission is, then you can have a vision on what it looks like once you complete your mission. And that is how you set your vision board up. So I am doing a hands-on workshop. It is virtual, and it's going to be on December 18th. So you can go to the link in the description box, get your tickets for that. Anything else going on? I have a lot of events going on. Like, make sure you go to my website, check out the events page. More are being loaded because I've already built like half the calendar for 2023. I do have a sale going on right now for Black Friday. Everything in the service page, all of my services, all readings, all divination, 35% off. And then on my shop for candles, oils, teas, things of that nature, everything there is 15% off. So make sure you check everything out on my website. If you have any questions, drop me a message on my website. You do like everything there. It's a wonderful place to be. Go check it out. You can even join on the app and make it easy access from your phone. But thank you so much again for listening and watching, and I hope you have a great day. Take care.